Hello, good morning everyone. So today I give you a little bit of a different view here, and so you can look me sideways as well. And so what we're going to do here today is our back care class, right? This class was specially designed to help you improve your back. So it is related to everything that you suffer from, either back pain, stiff back, or just strain in your back, kind of, always feeling tired in your back, always have a tendency to kind of want to do this, right? Or want to bend forward, like you just want to move your back. So this class will help you strengthen, mobilize, and also make your spine more supple. So that is the entire idea of doing this particular class. So let's get started, okay? The first practice. So to start with, I'd like you to first sit straight like this and just separate your legs. This class actually starts by lying down because I want you to mentally focus on your spine, okay? So let's lie on your back first and simply close your eyes and let go. It's trying to relax your body parts as you become aware of your spine, basically. You want to make sure that you have some space under your lower back, have a space under your neck. Try to notice these two arches right under your lower back and under your neck. Now, if we were to lengthen these spaces, right, we want to create more space and focus more on lengthening or elongating your spine. You would do that by bringing your legs together, hands by side of your body. Let's take one full breath in through your nose. And then as you exhale, just compress your lower back towards the mat. So what will happen to your body here is you start to kind of round up. It's normal, but we want to make sure your legs are pretty straight. If they separate, it's okay. And then you release and let go the spine fully. Let's try that again. Breathe out and contract your belly, of course, in order to just flatten that lower back or trying to increase the length in your lumbar spine. And you can just release and let it go. Let's try one more time. You inhale and then exhale. Just try and compress your lower back. And then you release and let go. Let's try the same thing with your neck as well. So to do that, first take a breath in, and as you breathe out, try to press your chin towards your chest. You're not trying to lift the head or anything, just sliding. And then you release it back. Let's try that again. Breathe out and press the chin. Notice what happens to your neck. It starts to get longer. And then inhale to release. We do one more time. Just breathe out and press the chin down to your chest. And then you release. Now, in the next one, I want you to combine these three together, okay? And so to do that, so your foot, your pelvis, and your neck, all three with your breath. Inhale and exhale. Really lengthen everything here. Feel your spine is longer. And then you release everything back down. Let's do one last time for me. Tuck it under. You compress your lower back. Press the chin to the chest. Feel the length in your body. And release and let it go. Now, the whole idea is to get this spine longer. In this class, you try to focus on keeping your spine longer, okay? So, to start with, let's explore our spine. Place your right ankle on top, between your big toe and the second toe. You could open your arms a little bit wider, not too wide, just a tiny bit. So from here, as your right leg is on the top, we'll take the foot towards the left side. Twist your spine here, keep your head still. You may look around. Let's take about 3 deep breaths here. And return it back to your neutral spine. Let's change. Bring the other leg on the top and simply twist over. Turn your head to the opposite side. Take a couple of deep breaths in and out, trying to let go, and then you return all the way to the center. Let's try one more round. Put it on top and simple twists. Now, these kind of twists are beneficial because it just lengthens your lower back area. Turn the head. It's very simple. You only need to explore the range of movement you have. You can see that my feet turn completely down. And you return it back. Let's try the other side. Inhale, twist. Couple of deep breaths in and out. And release all the way back down and return. Moving into the next practice. This will help you stretch your lower back. So pull your right knee to the chest. Grab your knee. And the first part is to simply pull that knee as close as possible. Okay, inhale. And as you exhale, lift your head up and bring your head to the knee. You can bring your forehead, your nose, or your chin. Whatever comes for you first. You could choose one option and we stay and breathe. 6 deep breaths. One more breath. And you release everything back down. Return. Let's change to the other leg. Pull your knee to the chest. Deepen that, your core, just trying to suck your belly completely in. And then just pull yourself up. It's a good idea to flex your ankle, but you could also relax your foot. Make sure your shoulders are not shrugging. Relax the shoulders. You use the strength from your arms, basically. Try and pull closer. And release everything back down and let go. Straighten your legs nice and down. This time you pull both your legs at the same time. Pull your knees to the chest. You can wrap your hands around if you like it that way, or just grab it, whichever comes convenient for you. Inhale first, exhale. Right? The idea of this practice is whatever it takes to get your knees and head close to each other. So you really try your best. You take 6 breaths. It will be hard to breathe, but that's the whole idea of trying to force your lungs. You could also wrap your hands around. This may make it a little bit easier. Every time you exhale, you try to tighten the grip. Release your head back and release your leg. Nicely. Straighten your legs down. For the next practice, we're going to stretch the lower part of your back. And to do that, lift both your legs up towards the ceiling, and then just open your feet and grab your foot like this from inside edges and pull down fully. And open up your chest, focus on that breathing again. In this position, make sure your pelvis is not lifting up like this. You're focusing on pressing your pelvis down into that mat. It is important training because if you lift that part, then you're not lowering, you're not really strengthening your back. So you should feel a good stretch in your hamstrings here. Some of you may not be able to go too deep, but that's fine, right? Again, you just try to apply the pressure. Now, if you feel this is very comfortable for you, you could try a next version where you join the soles of your feet. In this practice, particularly, you will have to allow your feet to move up. So the head goes down, and it's okay if your pelvis is lifting slightly. So you pull your feet towards your face and let your lower back lift. It's all right. Get your feet as close as possible to your face. With the knees open, try to kick your legs up. So if you apply a little force here, like press your feet into your hands and press your back towards the floor, it will create another deep stretch for your legs. So really helpful. Stretching your hamstring is the #1 key point here to help you relieve tension from your lower back. So you constantly need to stretch that and pull. 6, 5, 4, and you breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Release everything down. Whew, you should feel a nice stretch all around this side here and your legs. Now let's roll over to one side and come up to sit. For the next practices, what we're going to do is lay down on the belly. As you lie on your belly, facing down like this, we'll keep the legs as straight as they possibly can. And in the first practice, we're going to perform a locust. It is a simple version of this position. So to do that, you'll keep your face just on the mat. Inhale as you lift your face and chest up. Lift your hands up. Now, if your hands are already up, you need to try to lift the legs up too. Hold this position, stretch. 1, hold it up higher. 2, 3, 4, keep on breathing, and 5, release everything down. Now, you have to notice where your body weight is. I have mentioned earlier also in many classes, you should keep the weight on your pubic bone here and at the bottom of your rib cage. Your belly should not push too hard into the floor because it compresses your lower back. So you want to make sure you have your belly slightly intact. Always support yourself before you do anything. Okay, well, we're not child anymore, so we have to think and do, right, smartly. Now, from here, keeping your palms down like this. For the next practice, you could bend your elbow a little. So I apply the force downwards, lift the face and chest, and coming up higher. Hold this position. I use my hand to move my body forward just a tiny bit, and that gives another pressure into the upper back area. Staying here. 6, you don't have to look front all the time. Just hold your neck smooth. No jamming. 5 is for your back, upper back. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and you release everything down. Now I'm going to teach you another practice, okay? You can rest and take a look first and then try and do it. So here's how you do it. In this practice, you need to join your thumbs at a certain point and then activating the muscles right between your shoulder blades. So we engage a lot of muscles that we have in our back. To do that, this is the last version of the same practice. Inhale to lift the face and chest. This time you could keep your legs down, right from here. Take your legs up. This should be the hand. Let's try that again. So breathe in, lift the face and chest up like this. Take the hands up and press your thumbs together and just squeeze. Squeeze your shoulder blades nice and tight. And you're all set, you stay. Then when you finish, release it down like that. Okay? Let's try that together. So breathe in, lift the face and chest up. And then take your hands up also, like this. Bring your thumbs together, and then inhale as you just squeeze the shoulder blades. Hold. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Oh, that's the way to breathe. There's no way you could breathe so deep as well. So the idea of breathing changes as we work through different muscles in our body. Let's put your hands down under the face and rest with your legs apart and your toes pointing outside like this. Let's rest here for about 3 deep breaths. This time you breathe into your belly. So inhale and push your belly out against the floor and exhale as you release. Make it lighter. Do it 2 more times. Now, moving into the next practice, to bring first your heels together. As you bring your heels together, you want to flex your ankles slightly. Then we're going to simply press the pubic bone down like this and lift your heels a tiny bit. Hold. Sorry, did I say the heels? It should be the knees. Yeah. Sometimes we're working through this, we keep forgetting, right? So squeeze the heels together and just lift your knees slightly up in the air. That's all. And you hold this position. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. While you do this practice, there should be no pressure in your back. So you should always keep your pubic bone on the floor. Let's try one more time. Squeeze the heels together and pick your knees up in the air. Hold, counting 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Put it down and release. Now, if you find this was very difficult and you cannot really do it, I would suggest put a towel or put a pillow under your pelvis or under the belly, in this area, not here, right down here, so that you can lift it up. This will give you a natural fulcrum to be able to lift the knee up. So to do that, if you need anything, just see if you can pick up something from the side. If you have a pillow, just take it out from your couch and then put it under, and then let's try one more time. So breathe in, squeeze and lift up, and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, keep lifting, 5, and 6, finish, release. Now you have to take out the pillow if you're using the pillow, okay? For the next practice, we call it the bow pose. To do that, you'll have to reach to your ankles. Now, some of you may not be able to reach to your ankles. I really don't have any options. You could use towels and all that. For that reason, you just do the same practice without holding your feet. Just lift the chest up, lift the knees up. This is good enough. But if you can catch your ankles, here is an option for you. Toes will be pointed towards each other, nice and stretched. Inhale as you lift the face and chest a little bit. Lift your knees up and kick your legs back and lift the chest up nice and high. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release. Now we repeat 2 more times when you're ready. You're strengthening your back, you're working through your body. One time will not make any difference, okay? So inhale, lift the face up, and exhale, lift your legs up. And let's breathe in and out. As you do it for one time, your body just gets into the shock. In the second time, your body starts to learn what you're doing. But when you do it for 3 times and more, your body starts to perform naturally, right? This is how we learn something or a new habit. Bring it down and release. Let's do that last time. Inhale and exhale. Tighten up your belly. Usually if you tighten up your pelvic floor, we call it base lock in yoga, the anal muscles. If they're tight, then you get more support. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release everything down and rest. Let's come up into a nice child's pose. Just fold yourself back, putting your hips over your heels, stretch your arms in the front, and just focus on deep breathing. Now lift yourself up and sit upright. So you can see that in the first round of the practice, we warmed up our back. You should feel like your back muscles are engaged a bit more. In our second series, we're focusing on stretching all the big muscles in our back. And the reason we do that so that we can re-strengthen the small muscle that actually supports our spine. So to start with, I'll have your feet nice and parallel, pulling your toes up nicely. In the first part, you fold one of your leg like this. So we could do it with one leg at a time. If you find that this is a really difficult position for you to be in, put that pillow under your pelvis and you should be able to do it better. So first part, take your hands up nicely. Fully stretch your arms, lengthen it fully. Inhale. On the exhalation, you lean forward. Try not to bend so soon and so quickly. You just catch your foot first thing, okay? Then you inhale. And then on the exhalation, lean forward. You're aiming your forehead to the knee. That's all. Do not go forward. Do not go further back. Just head to the knee. Now, that's it. So you're going to go forward. Once you try to bend forward, it doesn't matter if you touch your knee or not with your head. The idea is to take 6 deep breaths. Maybe by end of the 6th breath, you can touch the head to the knee. Basically, you're trying to feel a good stretch in the back of your leg, maybe a little bit on your back on the right side too. After 6th breath, lift your face, chin and chest up. Raise your hands fully up and then return. Let's try the other side. Leg in the front, nicely put it down there. Whenever you're ready, we'll inhale, take your hands up, and then lean forward and try and catch your foot first thing. Lengthen your spine, and then as you exhale, try bending a little by little until your head comes down to your knee. You take 6 breaths, that's all. Inhale to lift the face and chest, and then raise your hands fully up and return. Let's try this with both legs, see what happens in this. Again, keep your toes flexed, keep your legs separate when you're starting. Inhale as you raise your arms up fully. Pull your chin down to the chest. This is the rule number 1, to pull the chin to the chest before you bend forward. Then you lean forward and try and catch your foot. Inhale first, and then as you exhale, bend a little bit more each time. Taking 6 breaths. Just bend over. With every exhalation, you bend forward a little bit more each time. Inhale to lift the face and chest, coming nice and high, and then lift your hands up. We do it one more time, same position. Pull the chin to the chest and bend forward. Inhale to lift the face, chest all the way up, sit upright. Stretch up your spine, a little bit of extension would help, and then you release. Let's fold your right leg again. So this time we're going to do a side bend. So take your hands up towards the ceiling. Instead of bending forward, this time you bend sideways. So rotate your spine towards the right knee, the one that is folded in front. Then reach the left hand down and slowly stretch yourself. You could just open up your chest, right? You don't want to collapse like this. So you want to open up your chest and stay here. For most of us, this is already good. This also is very good for your back. It strengthens the side. It also opens up the one side of your back. Stretch it over nicely. This will also help you lengthen your arms, all of it. Now, some of you may be finding it's pretty easy for you. You could try and soften your elbow a little bit more and bend down. Otherwise, just stay there and it works anyway, because that's how you're allowing your body to go. If you already can reach your hands to your foot, you try and attempt the final position. Once you're in the final pose, just have to stay stable there. Being still is the #1 goal of yoga and all the postures you practice. Stay still and breathe 6 times. Two more breaths. As you bend a little bit more, try your best to relax your muscles consciously. When you want to come out, lift your head first, followed by your hand, torso, and changing. Let's change to the other side. Place your foot right into this. And take your hands up nicely towards the ceiling. Then rotate your spine a little bit. Once you're here, open up the chest. Bend down towards the side. As you bend to the side, you want to make sure the hand comes down first. Then you open up your chest a little bit. So taking the chest up and out. The hand is still reaching. So you inhale. And then as you exhale, go a little bit down. Each time you go a little bit down and down until you can reach all the way. You got to twist your hand a little bit for the final position and also get the other hand. All of that you inhale. See, you don't have to go all the way down. You stay wherever it's comfortable for you. Remember, being still is the #1 goal. So stay still and breathe for 6 times. Simply watch the sensation, the pain. Taking one more full breath to lift your head first, followed by hand, torso, and return. So moving into the next practice from here, you could do this practice either with both leg or one leg, okay? So I'll show you with one leg first, and then we try with both legs. So first, you fold one of your leg right behind you. Once you have this position, you have to go down and go on your elbow. Now, who should do this position? #1, if you have troubles with your knees, you have to use only the one that is not hurting, because bending your knee like that may be more problematic. So avoid bending your knee at all. Just the one that is healthy, and that one you can try bending. So if you could do this, you try to lay down completely on the floor.